everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to be showing you our beautiful limited edition sweet treat cotton satin fabric. Thank you so much for everyone who's been pledging so far on our Kickstarter campaign. We have not got very much time left, so if you want to snap up some of this beautiful limited edition fabric, you can only get it on the Kickstarter, so this is your last chance to get it and we hope you love it as much as we do. So I designed this fabric months and months ago. This is the first fabric I ever designed for myself as part of like a little fun experiment. Here's some pictures of the original sweet treat design I did. Similar the campaign is in these pictures to the London pictures. I wonder if someone was thinking about this a really long time ago. So I did a few ideas and sketches for our sweet treat fabric a couple of months ago for myself. I just love heart lollipops. There's something incredibly aesthetically pleasing about them. Really remind me of the fairs in the 1950s, like kids going around with these big like lollipops and like really sweet dresses. So I really wanted to create a print that was very like chic and gorgeous with like gemstone colours that really reflected the kind of fun, candy, fairground experience. And of course it was just such a fun idea to do this for our Kickstarter as a limited edition print, as this was the first fabric I ever designed. We just thought it would be a really fun idea to provide something that was limited edition and only available on the Kickstarter. So let's have a look at how we designed this. So all my designs start in my brain, obviously, when I'm daydreaming and God knows where. I always think of like a scenario or a place, almost like a theatre. If anyone doesn't know, me and Caroline's background is in theatre. Caroline is a costume maker and I'm a costume designer. So all my prints come from basically like the back of my head if I'm thinking of scenario or a backdrop, and it always has like the whole thing. It's never just like, that's a nice print or that's a nice picture. There's always a story, there's always a character in mind, there's always a sort of environment with the design. So hence why I said like, lollipops, very aesthetically pleasing, but then I had to have it like, oh, in a fun fair, in a dreamy situation, and it's going to be gorgeous. So yeah, this is the final design we opted for. I'm afraid the light is absolutely terrible showing off this painting. Let's try and get it there. There you go. I think that's more accurate. So yes, here you go. This is the painting I did, and I had a real giant lollipop as a reference, which was then of course eaten later on. And I just absolutely love this colour. It's coming up a lot lighter on camera, I'm afraid, because it is paint. There we go. And I just really wanted a sort of a gemstone, tealy, greeny kind of colour that will just look amazing on every skin tone. And with the red, it's just like super scrummy, truly scrumptious sweet treat. And I did several different colourways, as you can see, within the heart. So it's kind of like when the light hits the heart, it has this sort of really beautiful effect with the light and on reflecting on the candy. So I really wanted to stylize that, and it's quite almost slightly Germanic. Again, that was probably in the back of my head, seeing as I grew up in Germany, and every time we go to a food fair or a Christmas fair, they'd always have these amazing gingerbread hearts and things like that. So I think that definitely worked its way in. Isn't it funny how your brain sometimes works? But yeah, and then we scanned this in to a very high quality. We went to a professional like illustrating scanner place, and then we sent it to our graphics lady, who is absolutely amazing. Her name is Emma King. She is fantastic. She also designed our logo. She's just fantastic at what she does. So we sent that over to her, and she then took the pattern and repeated it with how we wanted it to look, because obviously this is just a tile, but if you repeat that it won't look as neat. So what she did is she then took the lollipops and gave it a scattered effect as we asked. She did such a good job, and then she cleaned up the background, but we kept the lollies exactly how they were. So none of these were edited, none of these were digitalized at all. We just took this color and then just projected it all over and repeated the pattern. And I'm going to insert a picture now so you can see how the final print looks before we then send it to our lovely fabric printer. We then sent it to our printer, who is in Britain. The printer then printed our design onto a beautiful cotton satin fabric. It's 150 centimeters wide, and this fabric is produced in a fair trade factory in Pakistan and printed in the UK with Ecotex standard 100 inks. This fabric is absolutely perfect for skirts and dresses. With our sweet treat pledge, which is called the limited edition pledge, you get 3 meters of this fabric posted to you in 100% recycled and recyclable packaging. So here it is. Oh my goodness. This is a skirt that you may not have seen yet, because this was a remnant left over, quite a large remnant left over from what we ordered. I panicked ordered some of our lollipop fabric because I was so worried that we might not have enough. Ordered quite a bit of this fabric for our samples because I just loved it, and I didn't just want one dress, I wanted a dress and a skirt. So it was definitely worth me ordering a little bit more. I ordered 4 meters in total, and I managed to get this skirt, that dress, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and I have a bit left over to make maybe some little clutch bags for my sister-in-law and things like that. So yeah, I absolutely adore this fabric. It's so beautiful and it's got such a gorgeous sheen to it. This is our London skirt, which I have literally just finished. and it needs hemming, so sorry about that, but I made this after the campaign, hence why you haven't seen any photos. And it has a button fastening here, but we used a popper. And then I've used a giant cover button, which just makes it look so gorgeous. And I've hemmed it with this ribbon, a velvet ribbon, which will then be looped over and then hand stitched to give it a really gorgeous luxury feel. So here it is in the skirt version. And you can see how the lollies are just scattering, and it's just, oh, it's so gorgeous. And this fabric is just going to be absolutely perfect in the winter with tights and nice shirt. And here is the beautiful London dress, which I wore in the campaign, and I absolutely love this dress. Our London dress is just so gorgeous in a cotton sateen because it has a whole other feel to it. It's super structured, super gorgeous, very 1950s. But then if you make our dress in the bamboo, it has a really sort of gorgeous 30s clean effect. So it's amazing how with this pattern, if you use different fabrics, it completely takes you to a different era as well. So here's the inside of the fabric. It's just a really soft, lovely, lovely cotton. It feels amazing on the skin. It is 100% cotton as well. It's just such a treat to work with. It's so gorgeous, and it's so easy to work with, and it's got beautiful structure. So I'm really, really pleased with this cotton sateen. And I think if we can, we will definitely be printing future designs on this type of fabric because it's just such a high quality, and yeah, we love it. I also hand hemmed the hem, hand stitched the hem with a herringbone stitch. It just looks so much more luxurious and professional, and it just gives your garment a really beautiful finish if you do hem it by hand. Of course, if you want to use your sewing machine, by all means go ahead, but it just doesn't interrupt any of the lines, because if you obviously hem this, you will see a stitch line, and I just want it to be the most beautiful thing I've ever made in my life, and yeah, I think it is. For our London pattern, you have the option of sewing a full dart on the bust or not, so I decided to leave mine open as the box pleats because it just really lends itself well to this fabric. It's super, super comfortable. It kind of gives it this really cool 50s easy structure look. As previously mentioned, we will not be stocking this fabric on the Selkie website when we launch. We'll not be releasing this pattern in any other fabric or any other colourway, so it's not like this is a limited edition print and then we'll release another colour. That won't be happening. So this is only ever available on the Kickstarter. So if you want to get 3 meters of this fabric as a pledge, you need to pledge for our limited edition print. So yeah, if you want to get this fabric, you need to pledge for it. Thank you so much for watching and learning all about our beautiful sweet treat fabric. I hope you love it as much as we do. It's just, it makes me smile so much when I open my wardrobe to pick an outfit for the day. It's just there and it just, Thank you so much to everyone who's been pledging on the Selkie Patterns Kickstarter page. We are completely overwhelmed by the support we have had and received. It's just so wonderful to see you guys get excited, because we've been excited about this for so long, and to see you guys also get excited is fantastic. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you again soon. Thank you, bye!